everyone, and welcome. How are we doing today? Hope you're all doing well. Great to see you all.
Hello,
My
hello.
name is Alex, and we're also joined by Nemiro. Nemiro, how are you doing today?
Good, good. A little bit tired, but other than good. What about you, Alex?
Not too bad. It's a warm day here in London, I guess.
Still in London, right?
Still in London, yeah. But I will be back in the studio soon.
Yeah, the wheel is getting ready for you, man.
I know, people are ready for me to get back. I see lots of you in chat as well. We've got our Twitch chat, of course. We're live over at twitch.tv/SES.
Hello, everyone.
As well as over on our Steam pages as well. It's great that you can join us evening. I've had a bit of a chat and a drive through Idaho.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to be trying out something new as well. And of course, we've got both of our really exciting events to talk about that happening. And I've currently got two almost going on about. One's a contest and one's an event that's happening on the 16th. So 10 more days on that. Nimrod, maybe do you want to tell them the name of the events? One was announced very recently, actually just yesterday, right?
Yeah, that's the Capture Idaho contest. It's basically built on... wait a second, I have some weird gestures from our technical guy in the stream room that I should do, probably something.
Oh, okay, yeah, what have you got going?
Tak sa přizpůsobíš? A on, ne, to bych fandil Baníku.
I think maybe apparently there's something else playing in the background of the stream. A TV or a radio.
That might be this one.
Hey!
Yeah, we've been using these like random YouTube videos to check the sound before, and we obviously forget to shut it down.
Nemo's trying to watch TV while he's driving.
Yeah.
He's got a little screen up. No watching TV and driving, man. You got to focus on the road here. It's an important joke.
Yeah, you know us. We always have some puns and jokes for you guys.
Exactly. All right. So hopefully you can hear us now. We've got Minnie in the Twitch chat as well. Hope you're doing well. If you couldn't hear us before, I'm joined by Nemiro. He's in the SES studios live from Prague. I'm Alex, over here in London at the moment, and it's good to see you all. Evening, guys. Happy evening, everyone. Hope you're having a good Thursday, closer to the weekend, which is nice. Hopefully you're all looking forward to that as well. But yeah, we're here for a bit of a chat and a drive. We're going to be trying out something new, and we're going to be talking about also the ongoing event and also the new contest that came out yesterday. If you heard Nimro, what he said, it's the hashtag Capture Idaho contest.
Yes, sir.
And what's that all about, Nimro?
Well, it's all about that the community is asked to capture a screenshot of any place that is located in the American Truck Simulator Idaho DLC and post it basically on any of the social media platforms such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, along with the hashtag that you already mentioned, the hashtag Capture Idaho, and tagging our profiles on that platform. And that's it. By this you will get your entry to basically to get the chance to win some really cool rewards, which are, Alex, I think for the first place it is a special Idaho themed t-shirt, right, along with a voucher of €100 payable on our eShop, am I right?
That's correct, yeah.
And a free Steam key, right?
And a free Steam key, yeah.
Oh, so three things.
You can choose anything off of the catalog on Steam that is currently available.
So you
doesn't mean our future products, but
yeah, you cannot ask for a Colorado Iberia, guys. So you have to wait for that. And actually, I have the t-shirt here with me, so maybe I can show it on the camera. Hopefully, anything will be visible. No, so it's this beautiful t-shirt.
Oh, lovely.
And
actually, you have to quickly turn down the in-game sound a little bit as well, just because apparently it's
turn it down. Okay.
Turn it down, yeah, just a bit, I guess.
No problem. Anything you want, guys.
But yeah, the t-shirt is really, really nice. It's actually the box art for Idaho, and it features that Lone Star truck on the front going over a beautiful bridge in Idaho with like a canyon and the river, as Nemiro shows you there. And yeah, so first place, that special t-shirt with a €100 voucher, which can be used on our official eShop, eshop.sessoft.com, and a Steam key of your choice from any of the available products from Steam.
And you can also choose anything from ETS2. It doesn't have to be ATS related. It can be also from Euro Truck Simulator 2 products family, any DLC to ETS2 as well, or even the base game.
Absolutely, yeah. So yeah, you can choose whatever you want, which is kind of cool. Second place will also again get that special t-shirt and a €100 voucher again for the eShop. And on our eShop, we have loads of cool merchandise items. We have t-shirts, mugs, the Enchanted edition of American Truck Simulator, and then third place will win the t-shirt again, and also a Steam key for any of our released available products on Steam. But that is not all. We'll also choose 5 more winners who will also receive a special Idaho themed t-shirt as well. So 5 of you will also get that t-shirt as well as a gift. So yeah, Capture Idaho is the name of the new contest which we announced on our blog yesterday. And what's the premise of it, Nemiro? What's basically the whole premise behind it?
Whole premise?
Yeah, like what's the, in simple terms, how would you put it? What do you need to do?
Well, you just need to take a screenshot and upload it on any of the social media platforms under the hashtag of Capture Idaho, along with tagging our profiles there. Exactly. And you can choose Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever you want.
Exactly, yeah. So you can win some really awesome rewards just by taking some screenshots from in the game. And you find all of the rules and the information over our blog at blog.scssoft.com. And it's pretty simple though, because you just have to take a picture within Idaho and use the hashtag, post it onto social media, make sure you're tagging us as well on our social media platforms at SCS Software. And you even are allowed to get creative with it. In fact, we encourage you to get creative with it, to do some editing, use third-party modifications, and you can use processing as well. So you can edit up a little bit, you know, don't go overboard with it too much, but if you'd like to do some editing. And yeah, you have until the 3rd of September to enter that. So simple as, and you can win some great prizes from it as well. And
interesting is that it's not gonna be like a picked by some random code or like a random name generator website, but by the creators of the Idaho themselves.
Which is really cool. So we have a team from our
judge,
team that will take a look at all the images. We know there's probably going to be ending up being thousands of them, but that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's good to have that choice. Hello to everyone as well in the chat. We got Speedy UK1, we got Amazing, we got Minnie, we got Tyler.
Hello Tyler, hello
Good
Minnie.
to see you all. Hope you're all doing very, very well this evening. Let's have a look at our Steam chat as well. We got Sut0042, and hopefully I can pronounce this correctly, Antares, Awesome Source, and Fast Pegasus as well in there. Good to see you all. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream this evening. And really, it's more of just a chilled out stream. But we are going to be trying out something a little bit new, aren't we, Nemiro?
Oh, yeah. You've prepared something for me, right, Alex?
I have, yeah. Actually, we're going to be test piloting something a little bit different with the streams. You know, usually in the past when we've had a stream, we've always kind of had a bit more of a reason to stream, whether it would be an event or, you know, checking out a new part of the map. But we also figured that it would be really, really cool for people to kind of get to know the people from SCS Software, and maybe people necessarily that you might not see on a blog, or maybe meet at an event if we're on the road, for example. From our community or marketing teams, but really get to meet a lot of the people behind the scenes, artists, map designers, management, senior developers, etc. And kind of get to know them and how they came to be about an SCS Software. And well, we figured that, hey, Nimiro's been on the stream a lot, but do you really know Nemiro? That's the question. Do you really know him? He sits there and he drives, and he does an amazing time of parking and driving.
Never hit anything.
About Nemiro, yeah. I mean, he talks and he chats with us, and obviously he's here with us as well every stream, which is really cool. But we thought maybe we'd get into the nitty-gritty of kind of getting to know Nemiro as our first guest officially on these kinds of streams.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also the second reason why I'm the first one in this series. We hope that we will create some interesting and funny series of videos for you guys. Is that other people in the company are a little bit shy, and you know they want someone to test it first, you know, before they so here I am. Yeah.
He's like the lab hamster, or whatever you want to call it, kind of taking the first one to see if it's all okay. Of course, we're trucking in Idaho right now, which is our latest map extension for American Truck Simulator as well. That's come out very recently, but time is flying away. We're already in August. In fact, we're already on the 6th of August, and
half of the summer.
Yeah, incredible how fast that's gone. So I'm sure a lot of you have had a lot of time to explore it. But speaking of exploring, if you haven't explored all of Idaho yet, by doing so, you can actually earn some rewards. Isn't that right, Nemiro?
Yeah, that's it, right? Cruising Idaho World of Tracks event is still alive and will be for a few more days, right?
For 10 more days exactly.
For 10
actually.
more days, that's quite a lot of days.
Till the 16th of August, you have to take part in the hashtag Cruising Idaho World of Trucks event, which is basically encourages you to get out there and explore all the cities of Idaho. And by doing so, you can be rewarded with some really, really cool rewards. Can you tell us what some of them are?
Yeah, you mean how can they participate? How can they participate in it?
Yeah.
Well, it's really easy. It's really easy. You just need to have a World of Tracks account. That's you can register. It's for free, and you need to connect it with the game and with the Idaho DLC, and then just go to the external contracts and pick any external contract in the Idaho from one city to another city. And the personal goal of this event is to visit all the 11, am I right? 11 cities in the Idaho by doing these external contract jobs. So yeah, that's it. And because there was also the community community goal in this event, which already has been reached. I mean, like the community smashed it, right? Like in the first few or
like 3 days.
4 days, yeah. But that doesn't mean that you will not receive also the reward for the community goal, because if you will pass the personal goal of this event by visiting all the 11 cities of Idaho, then you will get the reward for passing the requirements for this personal goal, but also you will get the reward for the community goal that was already achieved, right?
Absolutely, yeah. So you get those achievements and you get those rewards as well. And the rewards are really, really cool because you can get one of two of our very, very nicely created paint jobs, which are really, really beautiful. They are the Appaloosa, which is a type of horse, Appaloosa paint jobs. And you can find them on the blog at blog.scstuff.com or at worldoftrucks.com. And there's these wonderful paint jobs with a horse, kind of like horsepower on the side, beautifully created for these trucks. They look really, really great.
It basically adds 1 horsepower, one more horsepower to your truck.
Exactly, confirmed. And you also get a hang-in accessory item for your cab as well, which is
Falcon.
It's a Falcon,
I guess.
right?
Yeah.
I was going to say an eagle, but I guess it is a Falcon.
No, it's Falcon. I would say it's Falcon, and it carries some pretty gem, I would say. It's amethyst, maybe. It's purple, but I'm not a jewelry guy here, but I think it's amethyst, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Someone in the chat, please.
Yeah, I think it's a hanging. They call it a hanging peregrine gem ornament. Is what it's called. Very fancy name. So, but it looks great in the cabin either way. Another great hanging accessory item to have for your cabin. So yeah, you have until the 16th of August to take part in that. Plenty of time to explore all the cities if you haven't done so. So yeah, if you are exploring Idaho and checking it out, that is also the perfect way to do it because you also get rewarded for it, which is really, really cool. Let's have a look in the chat. We got lots of people in the chat as well. Richard Cream, we got Creepy Horseman. How are you doing?
Creepy Horseman.
Yeah, we got Wikinger 2012. We got Siege. We got Fuso, ID Mooseman.
Hello everyone.
Enjoying the Idaho event and checking out the Idaho DLC as well. Really glad to hear that you're enjoying it. And I've been seeing all of the photos from social media as well. Lots of
I mean, a lot of people already participated and shared some screenshots under the hashtag for the contest. Like we started yesterday, right? And I've seen them, and I think to pick the winner is gonna be really hard for the jury and for the judges. Oh. Whoa, you're frozen. Yeah, you are frozen. The webcam is frozen. Yeah. Meanwhile, I found one of the viewpoints feature that is new with Idaho. Yeah. Maybe I need to tune my braking sensitivity a bit more. So I just need to turn off the engine, and here it goes. What a look.
Look at that. Beautiful.
I would love to visit this place in the real world to see it. It's really
It'd be cool
nice.
to be like. Sometimes you see the power gliders there. Oh, actually, they are there.
Yeah. There.
It'll be so cool to be one of those power gliders, man.
Ooh, yeah, but I'm a bit scared of heights, you know. So I would rather just stay on the bridge, or maybe that's like at the viewpoint there. People are standing, you know, right on the left. Yeah, that would be
It's a
me.
nice area.
So I will be taking a picture of you paragliding.
Get me a cool new profile picture, man.
Yeah.
For my Facebook.
Imagine that, you know, all the wind like blowing to your face while paragliding. That's a new profile picture.
Right. Now that I'm back unfrozen, I believe.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
At least I
cool,
can
good
see you.
stuff. Let's jump into something we're going to try a little bit different, folks. So if you didn't hear us earlier, we're going to be trying out a bit more of like a bit of an interview.
I'm getting nervous, man.
Kind of style thing where we're going to start talking to different members of the SES, and Nemiro is our first featured SES guy on stream. Now you may know Nemiro, but we're going to find out some more details about him.
Be kind to me, man.
Maybe Nemiro, if you would, we've heard from you quite a few times before, but maybe let's get into it. If you could introduce yourself, maybe kind of explain who you are and what you do at SES.
Oh, okay. So who am I? My name is Nemiro, and by full name I'm Daniel Nemek. It's been pronounced Niemec in our Czech language, but I don't want to force you to try to pronounce it. And because there was some weird symbol over the first E in the surname. And I work for SES Software as a PR and marketing manager at this point. So yeah, that's pretty much who am I and what I'm doing here in SES. And yeah, I'm maybe someone is interested in my age, so I'm 30 years old.
I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah,
say younger, man.
me neither, man.
21, 22.
Yeah, I mean, you know what's funny when I'm like I don't drink, well, basically at all. But when I'm trying to buy some cider or anything like in the store, I still get into the situation that I'm asking for an ID. You know, I'm like what? You know, here in Czech Republic you can drink alcohol since you are 18 years old. So imagine that 12 years later and they are still asking for my ID.
I mean, you can take it as a compliment.
Yeah, I am because when I'm
It's
gonna
a bit
be
annoying, right?
sometimes when you are in a hurry, you know. But sometimes it's pretty funny when they realize that you are 30 years old.
So, before you started working at SES Software, what were you doing? Were you in like education, or were you also at another job before? Or what's your history?
Both, basically. I was studying and finishing my college, I would say. I don't know if I'm saying right. And during that, I was also working for one of the local companies that has a lot of hard stores and selling electronics and computers and TVs, etc. And I was doing some kind of a basic marketing for them and helping the sales team, you know, to empower the sales and bringing new products on the market and so on. And during that, I was finishing my bachelor, it's been pronounced, the first degree of college.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, from on a college at one of the cities here in South Bohemia. So yeah, that was my history before joining SES Software.
All right. So it was mainly doing a little bit of marketing, getting your education as well.
Yeah.
And wait, how many years did you end up being in college or university?
6.
6 years. Wow, it's a lot of learning, man.
No, wait, actually no, 4.
4. Okay.
4, yeah, 4. Sorry. Don't know why I said 6. I mean, maybe it's because at this point I'm still like learning and doing another school, and I'm doing it for the 2nd year. So basically, I'm studying for 6th year in a row now. So maybe that's why I said 6.
It's never wrong to continue to learn, man. It's always good to keep learning.
Yeah, some say, but
Some
sometimes
say.
yeah, sometimes it's like it feels like it might be wasting of time, but I hope not. I hope it always can, like, bring some experience for you, or make you like a better person and more skilled and anything.
Absolutely. So you've been doing education for a little bit and still continuing to study with those years. But how many years have you actually been working at SCS Software for?
I'm doing 5th year.
5th year?
Yeah, right
This
now.
year, 5 years?
Yeah.
When is it? What day was? Do you remember what day it was that you joined?
What day? It was 15th of March.
15th of March. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's gonna be 5 years anniversary next March. Whoa!
Dang. Okay.
I should bring
That's
some.
crazy.
I should bring some fireworks and and
Yeah. Not
some
inside the
candies.
office, on the roof or something. But
Yeah.
that's crazy. 5 years. So like.
But actually, I'm really interesting to see some of my colleagues doing these interviews and driving at the same time, because
Yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult, right?
when I'm trying to think about how to say something in English and trying to like walk into the past in my brain, I completely getting lost, and I don't know if I'm like doing the right way to my delivery point. Hopefully, yes. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting for some of my colleagues.
In the future, when we do some more of these SCS interview kind of streams, we'll have to have you back as a chauffeur, almost like if they can't drive and talk at the same time.
Yeah.
We'll call him the chauffeur. And you
Yeah,
can just be there in like
I guess I will be the Alfred.
Yeah.
Like, to the Batcave, Alfred.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, you said you joined in March. It's 5 years in March. Do you remember what SCS was working on at that time? Like, what was happening in the offices? Because I think at that point we're even in the smaller offices. Is that correct?
Yeah, it was at the previous place, and I think the whole SCS was composed out of 30, maybe 40 people at that time, and today we are at 170 people here in the office.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a big jump. It's a really big jump. Basically, the company I joined back in the day was a bit different than it's now. But yeah, it is what it is. We are trying to grow, trying to fasten our production, trying to bring more DLCs for the community every year. So yeah, we gotta keep up.
Yeah, that's crazy. And you remember what project they're working on then? Were they working on any DLCs then?
Yeah, I think that it was shortly after the release of American Truck Simulator.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and we've been working on Viva la France, I think, DLC for ETS2. I remember that I started to do some first marketing stuff for Michelin Fun Pack DLC at the time.
Viva la France was after going east, right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, going east was the first, like a DLC for ETS2. Then it came Scandinavia, if I'm not right, and then Viva la France.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
And then Italy. Yeah, I think it was like this.
Dang, okay.
Yeah.
So that's going back a little bit, right?
Yeah, it brings me memories, man.
30, 40 people. Actually, it's quite interesting because I think online there's even a video from one of the content creators, Skrill, where he's at the old office. And It was based in the city. I mean, we're not too far away from the city where the SCS studios are based now, but it was right in the heart of the city. But it was kind of weird seeing how much smaller it was and much more intimate, and now we've just got a huge office floor that it takes about 10 minutes to walk to the other side to get to. Like, have to cross another country border or something, or something.
You wasn't there, right? You visited us first time when we were already at this place.
Yeah, when I came, but it was only half of the office then.
Yeah,
I was there.
True.
I arrived when they, about a week or two afterwards, they opened up the second half of the office and they had the whole floor instead of just half a floor. which was really interesting to see that expansion happen. So
You visited us with your brother back at the time, right? Am I
yeah,
remembered?
right.
Yeah. Say
When
hello
we
to
came
him
for the
from me.
first time, yeah, he's actually just in the other room. He's actually still here at home as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah.
He should
When we
join.
went on
He
this
should
first
join.
time,
He should register with you and join. You know.
I don't know. I don't know if it's his thing, but he's already got a good job at it as it is. But yeah, I remember visiting for the first time, and even then it wasn't huge, but it's definitely much bigger now, which is crazy to hear. So hello to everyone as well in the chat as well. We'll keep up with you. Heroic Trucker in there saying hi, Alex and Nero.
Hello, everyone.
Good. Do you wanna have questions from the chat as well? If they have any cool questions, or
I mean, it's up to you. I don't see the chat here, so
you don't see the chat. Well, chat.
I'm completely in your in your hands. So feel free.
I will take questions from the chat if I feel like they're appropriate, because obviously you're not going to know the answer to everything.
Okay.
If there's something there, if you want to ask any questions about Nemiro or about his SES career or any other questions as well, then do let us know. But we'll move on to the next question, which is still going back on your history. You know, how did you come to join SES? Like, what made you get into the company?
Oh, good question. Good question. I mean, I always was one of the kids that knew what they want to do in their life from very early age, and I always wanted to work in game industry. So I was always having dream like that I'm going to work abroad for one of the major companies and big, like Blizzard, Activision, Ubisoft, etc. And I also like my no. What's first? It's college and then university, or university and college?
It traditionally is college then university, but some people just do college and some people just do uni. But that's more complicated. But
okay,
yeah,
then I think I confused it at the start, because before my university I studied a college for focused on programming. So I have some programming basics. And I was thinking about myself, like imagining myself like being one of the skilled programmers, etc. But then life happened, and I find that I find out that I'm finding marketing more interesting than programming. So for university, I joined marketing university, and then one of my friend who was working for SES and making the first websites back at the time for SES software was telling me like, hey, I knew that you always wanted to work in the game industry. SES software is now opening some job positions. Give it a try. They are looking for a tester. Give it a try. And at the first time, I was like, hey man, it would mean for me to move from my city to a big Prague, and I was scared of it, big city and a small person like from village basically like me. So I was like, I don't know, man, I don't know. And he was like pushing me to it, and then I just sent a CV. I was like, okay, I cannot lose anything by trying that. And yeah, the SES software like replied to me and invited me for like an interview, and then here I am, and then I joined. I got the position of a tester for a QA department, and yeah, I was testing the games back at the time.
Dang, so that's how you began your time at SES. That's crazy. And,
Yeah.
And you're now in a completely different position from where you
Yes.
started, right? Going from doing testing of the game to now actually being a marketing PR manager. So you definitely progressed through the ranks, and obviously had quite a bit of experience as well.
Yeah, hopefully.
And would you say that you really enjoy truck sims? We actually have somebody asking in the chat, Jolly Austin 1 is saying, do you enjoy other simulators besides like truck sims, like flight or farming, or are you more of a different kind of gaming guy? Like, what kind of games do you enjoy?
I'm a different kind of gaming man or guy. I knew about ETS2 back at the time, and I knew that it was made by Czech people, and people based in Prague. And I gave it a try a few times, and I was like, yeah, it's not a game for me. And to be honest, I was like, who can enjoy these games? But over the time, when I joined the ETS software and I started working on it, I started, meeting the community and knowing all the things behind, and basically playing the game as well. I was like, okay, now I understand why. Now I understand why it's so popular and why it's so interesting and why people enjoy it, because it's really a good game. You can really relax it. You can explore the states. You can travel. You can see like places that are created according to real references, etc., etc. But before that, I was more about RPGs and first-person shooters and MOBA games like League of Legends or Dota 2, etc.
Which are all very good games. I mean, a lot of fun
Yeah,
to play. There's a lot. It's more strategic, and I like that sort of stuff as well.
But they are like way too much of time-consuming games. Like
that as well.
MMORPGs. Like I spent a lot of time playing World of Warcraft, for example. So yeah, I've lost a lot of time to that game.
Hey, but as long as you're enjoying yourself, that's the main part, right? No matter if you're doing trucking or playing a different game.
True. I mean, they say like the time you spend playing on games is not being counted to your life, or something like that. I've heard this like a sentence or this phrase a few times, and I completely like agree with that.
I'm sure most gamers will.
Yeah.
But no, that's good to know, and a lot of people were saying thank you for answering that question in the chat. Also, a few
No
other
problem,
people,
guys.
we got Raya streaming in the chat as well.
Raya, Mr. Potato Lord.
I know he's been busy streaming. Raya's been absolutely streaming every single day like a king over on the Facebook gaming platform.
I've been watching a few times.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been tuning in a few times. Glad that you got to check out Idaho and also find your own potatoes as well. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? Good to see.
I saw his reaction when he found that
that
like an Easter egg. He was speechless. That was so nice to see. It's so nice to watch.
It's funny because I knew maybe something was happening, but I didn't know, and then I only found out and confirmed when I saw the video clip of Raya finding his own little.
Yeah.
Which I was
you didn't know? You didn't know about it?
I heard something about it, but I didn't know if it had actually happened or not.
Okay.
So when I saw it, I was very excited. Yeah, so that's very cool. But yeah, live stream, good to see you, my friend. And it's been a while. Hopefully we can catch up again soon once all the craziness in the world goes over.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but we lots of great people in the chat as well. We got Amazing ATS, we got Alien Being, Marcelo Julio.
Alien Being, what a beautiful name.
What a name. Heroic
yeah,
Trucker,
what a name.
Elmo Pell as well, and over in our Steam chat as well, Sat Zulu Dihedral as well. Lots of great people there. Keep Spook as well. Great to see you. I hope you're doing well. We're doing a little kind of interview here with Nemiro. You've seen him many times in the stream, but we're really getting into the deep dive of getting his knowledge and knowing who he is and what he does. And let's actually move on to the next question.
Bring it on, man.
Yeah, bring it on. All right, sounds good. So what kind of... We're not going to really go into your day-to-day almost like job, but what kind of projects have you been involved in mainly at SES Software? Is anything you really that's like your baby, or
yeah,
a big thing over?
Actually, I have like a kind of two babies here, and those are the special transport DLCs, because I kind of happened that I became the main game designer, I would say, for this project. I mean, I didn't came up with the idea, or I didn't wrote the programming part of it, the code, the functionality, but I'm the one who's building these roads and these missions and the surrounding scenarios and cutscenes and everything. I mean, of course, it's always a teamwork, because the vehicle department needs to build the cargoes, etc., and programmers need to run and make work all the code, etc. But I think that at this point I'm the only one who's building these trajectories, these roads for the community. So yeah, I was at the beginning of these DLCs, and basically with a few of our colleagues we were the only ones who brought it to the life, and further we are updating them.
Yeah, always new routes being introduced with
from time to time,
updates, and with new DLCs as well. Like we saw a few introduced in 1.38, and also in for the release of Idaho as well, right?
Yeah. There were 3 new roads with Idaho release, it's always a bit race with the production team, you know, to be able to bring a few of these like special transport missions for the latest or for the upcoming DLC that is coming, because maybe not everyone in the chat will understand the talking I'm going to do right now, but these missions need to be built in the same in-game editor app in which our map designers are building the world. That means that when a map designer is working, for example, in a place where he's building the city of Boise, I cannot be there at the same time building the special transport, you know, mission. So we always needed to find a way that when they are not working, I was able to work, and vice versa, you know. So it's always a bit complicated to be able to bring these special transport missions with the latest and upcoming DLC, because to the very last day, all the map designers are still working on the parts of the world, you know, as well. So yeah, but we always like find a way how to do it, how to make it work. So
there's a lot of teamwork involved, obviously, a lot of
yes,
communication,
yeah,
making sure
yeah,
nobody's working on the same thing at the same time.
yeah.
That's a lot.
Because imagine a map designer that he will like spend day or two working on a city, and then I will came and just like remove all his work, you know, by me working. Yeah, that would be awful.
That'd be scary. Imagine waking up one day and it's just gone. It's like, oh.
Yeah. The whole city of Boise is like 2 days back. So yeah, it's always based on a good communication, but you know, the American truck simulator map team designers are composed of really great and communicative and friendly people. So it's not a hard thing at all. It's, you know, you just need to communicate and find a way that works for both sides.
So that's kind of like your babies on projects, and you're still continuously working on those, right?
From time to time, you know, because at this point I'm not just a game designer for these DLCs anymore. I need to do other activities here in ETS software as well. So and that's my you know, higher priority for work. So, but yeah, I love to be able to bring new special transport missions and routes, etc. So I always try to find a few tiny time window to be able to bring something new from update to update, or with the upcoming DLC for the community as well, because I know that the community really like these special transport missions. So yeah.
Awesome. So it's really, really cool to see that you've kind of almost learned and developed a new set of skills there, with almost like creating routes within the in-game editor. It's not easy to do, I can imagine. And I don't think it's something that you would have known before you joined SES.
No. I was completely newbie with the editor. But you know, as I mentioned a few times already, I guess here in ETS software, the good thing is that all the people around are always willing to teach you something, you know, to show how this works, and for this is this button, and what this does, etc. etc. So yeah, it was a bit of learning at the beginning of these DLCs, but yeah, people were always willing and glad to help me out and explain me things, so no problem.
I was going to say, like, is that something you just picked up yourself? But obviously, from what you just said there, maybe you had an idea and then people helped you out on it. Is that how it kind of worked out?
Yeah. You know, I had an idea, and I knew how the author of this idea for special transport, you know, the main programmer who broke this code to work, like imagine it, and then it was just about to learn the buttons basically, and the functionality of the in-game editor, you know, and then of course it was a lot of like iterations, you know, to build the first draft of a mission, try to drive it, you know, and you found out that at this intersection you need to rework this part of this part of scenery, or you need to put the traffic rules and stop the traffic sooner, later, etc. etc. So it was a lot of testing as well back at these days, and further iteration with the code, and you know, bringing new functionality, because for example, when we were building, I think it was for Viva la France first missions for the special transport, we came a situation to encounter the roundabouts, and we didn't any code to how to stop the traffic at the roundabouts, you know, because it was not an intersection, it was roundabout, and you needed to set it up like when the convoy is coming to roundabout, it will wait at the beginning of the roundabout until any AI, any vehicle on the roundabout will leave the roundabout, and then you can enter it, you know. So basically, as you was building these first special transport missions, you were encountering problems and further solving them out, you know, with the programmers and with the map designers, etc.
So now you are the special transport expert. You can go down officially on your CV, right?
I don't know, man. I'm not a special for special transport. Maybe I'm a specialist for building special transport missions in Euro Truck Simulator 2 and American Truck Simulator. But, you know, put me in a real truck trying to haul 90 tons massive thing behind me, and I will just like cry and run away.
Dang. I mean, yeah, it would be quite scary. I can't imagine myself doing it either. Definitely requires a lot of skill, as it does in the game as well. But that's not the only thing, of course, that you work on a day-to-day basis. You also do, like you said, you've been studying for a lot of the marketing stuff and working with different partners and people. And across many of the years, you've been out at a lot of different events as well. And maybe you can kind of explain how that kind of works for you, because you organize a lot of things, don't you, in terms of working with different companies and going to different events as well. You're like responsible for a lot of the organization for getting to places like Gamescom and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, basically I began as a simple member of the first crew that was traveling from event to event, and when we started when we started to visit these events, and then it showed up that somehow when I'm organizing things, they most usually work, you know. So I think that over the years, like the managers were thinking like, okay, let's try to organize this small event, and you know, giving me bigger and bigger over time. And yeah, last year I was like basically the one who was responsible for all the events we've traveled to, from the very small, like where we were sending just a few people flying, you know, with backpacker styles, to the biggest shows of our season, like Gamescom was. And yeah, it's always a lot of communications with the other brands, with the other companies. Like for example, for Gamescom, the booth we had there wasn't built by ourselves, you know. It was built by a third-party company, and so you need to do like contact a lot of companies before, have like an idea how the booth you would like to have it, you know, how it should look like. Then iterate with the companies, trying to get their like quotations, you know, their ideas, talking with them. Then pick the one who will be actually building it for you. You know, organize all the things that the top leaders and top managers would like to have different way. You know, iterate a lot. You know, schedule everything, draw everything, have some blueprints, and organize all the material, organize all the things for the crew itself, how you will transport the people there, where they will be accommodated. You know, what they will be eating. Basically everything from idea to actually being there for 5 days straight. Then also you need to have some plan for the visitors, some community, some giveaways, you know, things that they will like to engage with you on your booth, etc., etc. You need to. Wow, I'm stuck. Why I picked double trailers when I'm trying to speak? Come on, man, you can do it. No. Okay. Where was I? You know, yeah. You also need to cooperate with the map designers team, for example, because you are like you want to bring at least some demo version of the upcoming DLC for this biggest show. You know, to be able to show the community and visitors there's something exclusive, something upcoming. So you need to iterate on that with map designers, and you know. Then also you need video footages that you will be playing on all the screens on the booth, etc., etc. You know, it's a lot of organizing and communication with the companies, etc. But when you are there, you also have a lot of your colleagues that are really helpful. Like for example, you yourself, you know, when you was with us at Gamescom, you did really great job, and I could always rely on you, and it was such a great to have you there, man. Hopefully, when the COVID-19 situation is like sorted and we will be able to travel to some event, that you will be joining our crew again.
Hope so. Yeah, no, I really enjoy the traveling aspect part of it, and obviously a lot of work do go into these things, and behind the scenes it can be very stressful, I can imagine, but also very rewarding at the same time when you finally get to meet members of the community and show off your game. Kind of get to do a lot of cool things. Like for example, I remember when we both got to go up onto the Alienware stage at Gamescom, and we got to do like a
I remember
with Alienware, and that kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't expect that to happen, but that was a lot of fun. And yeah, those little moments like that where you get to meet different people from whether it be the Truckers MP community or somebody who owns a VTC or somebody who's just been playing the game for a long time and become a trucker. It's really cool to kind of have those events where we can meet all those people, and especially in such a large venue as well, and to be alongside some really big games. For example, we were next to Cyberpunk, which was you know, cool because, you know,
I still remember
like,
the queue.
We're
like
up there.
I still remember that always they when they opened the booth at every morning, like they were putting the sign that no more people queuing after this sign, like 15 minutes after they opened the booth, you know.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was really crazy.
I remember that, yeah. People were really running over to that booth, and then when they couldn't go there because the queue was full, they're like, hey guys, come try out this cool truck simulator, you know?
Yeah.
So it kind of worked happy on our part. But yeah, and then on a day basis in the office as well, you're non-stop really. You're kind of running around the office a lot, and always at meetings as well and such. But you also look after mainly the Instagram, as well as doing quite a few other things, right, within the office. You're kind of like make sure the marketing team is kind of organized and getting blogs ready and such like that as well.
Yeah. In the past, I was more involved into actually creating content than I'm these days. But you know, it is what it is. You know, it came with being like promoted to a, let's say, a more kind of a managing role, that you actually find yourself that you don't have that much time to actually create content, etc. That you need to more organizing, more managing, you know, sorting, distributing the tasks, etc. But I still try to find a time to create a small video here, a small banner there, you know, some screenshots, write something, and keep an eye on Instagram profile, etc., etc. So yeah, I like this work because I'm a type of a person that can't handle a stereotype for way too long. So I'm really grateful that here in ETS Software they provide me like a few here and few there, something here, something there, you know, that I can get involved into a lot of tasks, into a lot of projects, into a lot of teams, into a lot of communications, and I love that.
That's good, and actually leads really well onto the next question. Is like, what do you really like in general about working with SCS? Is there anything that you really enjoy about the company, or do you have like a favorite thing specifically about the company, about SCS, that makes you enjoy working there?
Yeah, the thing that I just mentioned, that, you know, that here in SCS Software, if you are a person that you really have a passion for working in game industry and for the games and for the community, you have always doors open anywhere in the company. You know, if you are interested in how the world is being like built in map editor, you always can talk with map editor, map designers, and they will like show you how the work is done, how to do this, how to do that. If you are interested into modeling, people and artists, our 3D modelers and artists will teach you, you know, show you here and that. And that's a really great thing that you actually can find yourself here. You know, you could easily like apply for a tester like I did back in the days, and grow within the company. You know, grow with the company, find your place later on, find what's what's more interesting for you, or even grow in the QA department. You know, that's also possible. Yeah, that's one of the things I really like about working for SES Software. And another thing is the atmosphere here. I understand it's really hard to like describe and explain it to the watchers and to the viewers of the stream, but it's not a corporate company.
No,
you know,
not at all.
we basically we are a bunch of like people that love games, that love the community, that love like working and, you know, improving our skills and, you know, raising the level of quality and also the production pace over the DLCs, etc., etc. Always trying to find a new way how to do things better and quicker, and, you know, and no one is like a bossing you here around. Everyone is friendly. Even the CEO itself, even the highest managers are friendly to us. And yeah, so the atmosphere of SES Software is another thing I really love.
I was going to say that's the strangest thing to me, actually, because in places where I've worked previously, you know, you hear of the CEO, sometimes you don't even know their name. You'll never see them. You'll never see them. When I worked in my previous job, no idea who he was, never met him. But now at SES Software, you can just walk into his office and ask how he's doing.
Yeah, and he really cares. He really cares about all of us.
Does.
You know, you actually can spot him drinking a coffee with junior map designers in the kitchenette, you know, and spending his, I would say, a really valuable time with the fresh blood here, you know. And it's really interesting to hear all your complaints or your suggestions or your visions all the time. And yeah, that's really interesting. I've never like experienced something like that in any company I worked before. And
it's very open and accessible to everybody. You know? You can just walk around and just say hello to somebody, chat with them, maybe play some pool with them just to get to know them better, which is really, really nice.
And you don't need to be scared like, oh, this guy is he's like a leader of this department. I should not speak with him. I should not bother him. You know, no, you can be pretty much sure that he's friendly. You know, and he will chat with you with no problem. And the last thing I really like on working for SES Software is the community, because I spend a lot of time playing games and being part of multiple communities, but I've never ever experienced or encountered or met any community similar to ours. You know, it's hard to explain, but the community of truck drivers, or like a virtual truck drivers, or the best community ever, as we like to call them, is really different. It's really more friendlier than any other communities. People are always like willing to help each other over our forums and comment sections and etc. So it's really different than, for example, in comparison with community of League of Legends. You know, everyone's hating there. Everyone's like blaming each other, you know, all the time. So,
yeah, no, it's a really good community here. Everyone's very tight knit, and even though we may have hundreds of thousands, even millions of players who play our games, it does feel like quite a tight knit family, and everyone's always happy to chat with each other. We can see the chat right now. Everyone's getting along, just kind of reflecting about the game and chatting with each other, and it's really nice to see. And it's a really passionate community as well. People want to always find ways to help improve the game, always submitting ideas, feedback, and it's almost the perfect community. You could money can't buy that. That's something that money can definitely not buy.
Right.
So
that's right.
It's fantastic to see and have with our community, and that's why we call you the best community ever, which I think is a hashtag that actually Nemiro came up with, which is exactly true. So which is really, really nice to hear. But yeah, absolutely, I think those are some very, very strong things on the list that many people would agree with you as well. Time is actually flying. We're actually 55 minutes now into the stream. And you
didn't give any key.
I know,
so
that's
far.
what I'm thinking. Because you said the word giveaway during the Gamescom chat, and I was like, oh, hold up a second.
Oh yeah, you have something in your sleeves, right?
Instead of just doing one, because we have 4 keys to give away, and this is for the Idaho DLC. We have 4 of them to give away. So instead of just giving away one, should we do a quick fire and give away 2 or 4? What do you think? Should we give away 2 of them at once, 2 at once, or 4 at once?
I would say 2 at once and spare the other 2 for the end of the session.
Okay, we'll do 2 now then. So what we're going to do, because you guys have been so patient, we'll give away 2, so we appreciate that, folks. Let's get a giveaway going. We'll use a keyword. It's going to be happening over in our Twitch chat at twitch.tv/SCS Software. We're going to be doing a keyword giveaway. Nemiro, you are the guest on the stream today, so I will let you decide what the keyword is going to be for this Idaho DLC giveaway. What do you think it should be?
I would say capture Idaho, but maybe it's too complicated. So let's say what's on this side? Pocatello. Let's say Pocatello.
What?
Yeah. The
I'm
word
gonna spell that, you know. How about
Pocallo.
Okay, Pocatello.
I guess no.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do Pocatello. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Google that, man.
See it as well.
Better Google
this is
that.
the word here, folks. I'm pasting it into the chat for you, just in case you don't know how to spell it. Pocatello is the key word. Thanks for that, Nimo. I'm never gonna ask again.
Sorry, man. blame the sign, you know, not the driver.
Okay, so if you type the word Pocatello into the chat, it's one of the cities in Idaho. Our latest map expansion for American Truck Simulator at twitch.tv/SCS Software. You'll be entered into a giveaway to win one of the 4 Idaho DLCs we're giving away. We're giving away 2 of them now. We'll have another chance to win towards the end of the stream. But Pocatello is your key word, so good luck to everyone. We'll keep that running just for a little bit. In the meanwhile, how long have you got left of your job, by the way?
How long what?
Have you got left of your current job?
Wow, I don't understand the question right now.
Oh, are you doing a job on the game right now, right?
Yeah, you mean on the delivery?
Yeah.
Okay, I got confused as hell right now.
Not your real job, no. Being fired in 5 minutes, yes.
Yeah. 80 miles to the delivery point.
Okay.
It's gonna be quick. I will never pick double trailer again in the stream. Like never. It's so hard.
You always do it. Triple or double trailers.
Yeah. I need to learn the icon. You know, the icon in the market in the game, the small icon that indicates you, hey, watch out, it's a double trailer. I always miss that.
Maybe that becomes something we can implement into the game, like a little warning icon, like flashing.
Yeah.
It's like, warning, this is a double.
Like a pop-up window asking, are you sure? Or do you want to end up like Nemiro?
You have a little Twitch link to a clip. Little compilation.
Yeah.
And speaking of things bringing it into the game, is there anything that you would love to bring into ETS, ATS? If you could bring anything into either of the games, is there something that you would bring? Yeah.
Anything.
Any sort of accessory or something in scenery or just anything, you know, whatever.
I would love to see a functionality in which players would be able to load and unload the trailers by themselves.
Okay. So actually get out of the truck, or
not really get out of the truck, but maybe it could work like when you are delivering the trailer. There will be some trigger, you will pop it up, and maybe like a mini game will appear in which you will be able to decide what of the cargo goes out as first, as second, etc., or goes in, or maybe it will just like switch you into the forklift, and then you will be able to load and unload, or even maybe just drive there and step out of the truck, walk to the forklift, park at some location, etc., and then just load it, unload it. I think that we will see it actually someday, but I would like to see it right now.
That would be very cool. And it's a good idea. I like it. I think a lot of players would agree with you.
Yeah.
With that sort of kind of delivery method, I think that would be very, very cool to see in game. Right, let's roll this giveaway. I reckon if everyone's entered, Pocatello is.
I missed my turn.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Pocatello is the word for the giveaway where you can win one of the 2 Idaho DLC keys we are giving away. Pocatello is the word, folks. So
the best word
make
ever.
sure you get that in now.
Best giveaway word ever.
That now. Good luck to everybody who has
Good luck.
5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to roll the giveaway now. Our first winner is
Drums.
Dark What's It. Dark What's
Dark
It. Congratulations.
Congratulations to
You
you.
won yourself a key for Idaho DLC. I'll be sending that your way in just a second. Let me just write down your username because we need to roll the second person. I'm going to do right now. Roll again. Here we go, folks. And the second winner is Tarbridge Knight. Tarbridge Knight, congratulations.
Tarbridge Knight, congratulations.
Second winner of Idaho DLC.
And if you already have the DLC, you can always give it as a gift to your friend.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yep. It's a Steam key, so you can transfer it to a friend. So let me just whisper you guys with the key, and I will be giving you Idaho, which well, you're gonna enjoy. Definitely enjoy. Definitely get into Capture Idaho and
Cruising Idaho
as well. Yeah, both one cool event and one cool contest where you can win even more prizes. Okay, so Dark What's It? I have just messaged you, and Tarbridge Knight, your key is also coming now any moment. Ooh.
What's up? You found something interesting?
It looks like one of my messages is not being delivered.
Oh, to
Dark
the winner?
What's It? So one of the winners. So hopefully it gets.
He's
If
blocking
Dark
you.
What's It is there,
He's blocking you.
maybe try messaging me. Make sure you can get into get your key. So make sure you let me know that you're there. Hopefully you will be. Does it say their name anywhere? Oh, they have it. They have it. Good stuff. All
Okay,
right.
good,
Wonderful. Right, time has gone really fast, man. I can't believe how quickly this stream has gone.
Yeah, I'm a little bit lost here. I don't know where I'm at.
So to speed things up, we've gone through some of the main bulk of some of the questions that we have written here. But now what we're going to do, we're going to go for a quick fire round, okay?
Whoa.
Round.
While I'm doing double trailer, right?
While you're doing double trailer, it's going to be a bit of a challenge, man. I hope you don't mind.
Have mercy.
So we're going to throw all of these really quick questions at you. We're going to get some quick answers out of them. And we're just going to roll through them. Sounds good?
Something, wait a second. Philip, our technical guy, is showing. He's standing there waving with his hands with batteries. Obviously, my microphone is going to die.
Okay. We'll wait for a battery change, it seems.
Don't worry, we will bring Philip to stream one day as well.
Who's going to control the stream? Bear with us, folks. It'd be a good idea. Yeah, definitely pull over somewhere is what people are saying. Don't do what Nemiro is doing right now because it's blocking traffic currently.
Yeah. Okay, I should be all good now.
Should be back.
Yeah, let us know if you can hear me.
Let us know, folks. Can you hear Nemiro okay? Is everyone got good sound for him? Mic check, 1 2.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Can
Loud
you
and clear.
hear me, guys? Loud and clear.
Good stuff.
Okay. Good
All right,
stuff.
so let's go through these quick fire questions then. Okay, you ready for this?
No, but bring it on.
Okay, so first question: American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2?
American Truck Simulator.
Ooh. Okay. Which truck is your favorite?
Mac Anthem.
Which DLC is your favorite?
Whoa, that's hard. I would say Idaho, the last one.
Idaho.
Yeah.
Ooh, the latest one. Good choice. Do you prefer the interior or the exterior camera?
Exterior camera.
Ooh, why?
But I know I'm driving mostly in interior camera because it's easier to drive and speak. But I kind of like to see my truck when I'm driving, you know, to see my paint job, to see my tuning, to see my cargo when I'm pulling, etc. So that's why I like the exterior camera more.
Okay. So hard or easy parking? Which one are you?
Skip parking.
Not even an option, but he made an option anyway.
Easy parking.
Easy. Okay. What is the first thing you do when you wake up every morning?
Drink a coffee or
Drink a coffee.
yeah, drink a coffee. I'm a coffee guy. I cannot work without coffee.
Oh man, you're not allowed to come to the UK. I'm sorry. We're only tea here.
But you have one of the best tea there is.
I'm glad to hear that. We'll take you back. It's fine. Do you have a favorite food?
Yes, and that
What is
would be I would say sushi.
Sushi.
Yeah.
What kind of sushi?
The most generic, basic one, the salmon in the rice.
Salmon in the rice.
Salmon roast. I'm not a specialist, so I don't know if it's nigiri or nigiri or how it's been called. But you know, the most basic one.
Mm-hmm. Someone said salmon rolls. Is that what they call it? Salmon roll?
Yeah, probably.
Not spicy tuna. Spicy tuna is a good one.
Yeah, I like spicy food, but I like to have a wasabi, you know, with sushi.
Okay, how about your favorite drink?
Favorite drink would be water.
Water. Wow.
Yeah.
Loving the water. That H2O. Hydrated.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite music genre?
Yeah, rap.
Which one?
Rap.
Rap.
Yeah.
Oh, rap. Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
I thought rap.
Sorry for my
R.I.P.
crappy English. Yeah, R.I.P.
Rap. Okay. List us through some of the artists that you maybe listen to, rap-wise.
I don't listen any of the modern ones. I like
That's okay.
old school, like, you know, Wu-Tang,
Yeah.
Cypress,
Mhm.
T12, I don't know, Public Enemy, and you know, Big Pun, all these artists.
Gotta respect the legends, man.
Yeah,
All in the Hall of Fame, right?
yeah, probably all of them.
All right. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Yes, that would be Lord of the Rings. If it can be if it can be a trilogy, if I should pick one, then it would be the last one, Return of the King.
It's a good trilogy, man. I'll give you
Yeah.
that. Great movies to watch. It just takes a long time to watch. That's all.
Yeah, even if you combine it with Hobbit, you know, and
Yeah.
all the director's cuts.
Yeah, you'll be here a couple more days.
You can,
man.
yeah, you can spend a weekend on it.
Yeah. What is your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time? I think that if I would say American Truck Simulator, it would be too obvious. That's
Man.
nah. Okay, so of all time, I would say World of Warcraft before
Oh, okay.
or 10 years ago,
Oh,
or
very specific.
5 years ago, because at this point I don't like what they are doing with the game anymore. So yeah, the old vanilla World of Warcraft.
Okay, so important question here now. Are you a console, PlayStation, Xbox, or PC Master Race guy?
PC Master Race. I can see you, man.
You've been promoted. No, give that man a raise. Give that
Yeah.
man a raise. Although I
but
gotta say the new consoles do look good.
yeah, and I have to say that some of the games that have been like developed for consoles, like for example Last of Us, the first one, I haven't played the second one, but I saw a lot of walkthrough and gameplays. I have to admit that some games are totally better to be played on consoles than on a PC. You know, like like for example the Last of Us, or what I loved on the consoles, God of War 3, you know, or these games. It's basically for me it was better experience to be just lying on a couch with a gamepad, chilling, you know, and smashing the games than to be playing them on a PC.
Yeah, that's true. No, there are some games that are like made with the console pad or whatever, definitely.
Yeah.
And last quick fire question is one thing you like most about SCS?
One, I need to pick one, right?
Just one.
That's hard. I would say the unique atmosphere that is here, that I was describing before.
Good answer. Yeah, we did go through it a little bit before. Well, there we go. We got through the quick fire questions, and conveniently, you've made it to the end of the parking yet. Have you chosen an option yet? Because I think I'm a little bit behind on the stream, maybe. Or are you sitting out on the option? So
Nah.
before, yeah, you've only got the. I was going to say we could do the parking challenge, but you haven't got a hard option here, right?
Well, with the double, you don't have that. So
That's annoying.
I will try to pick. If you want me to do a hard parking, I will try to find a short job. You know.
Sure, we can do that. We can do that definitely, because yeah, we're gonna start doing something, which hopefully we hope to bring to all of these interviews is more like a leaderboard of like who can
Okay.
park the most difficult parking option in the fastest time. Right? Yeah, I think that's what we're doing.
Okay.
So
Okay,
we're gonna
sounds
start
good.
a leaderboard, and you'll be the first person to do it. So maybe if we can
A
find
leaderboard. Okay.
a quick
What?
job, almost like Top Gear style. You know, where you have like a leaderboard of all the names of people who have gone around the track.
Okay, I have a from Oxnard to Oxnard, but it's a double. Okay. No, thank you. This one is quite short. It's a pressure tank from Portland to Longview.
Let's do it.
Let's
You
do
think
it.
you can do it.
Let's
Let's
it.
jump on that. Okay, so in that time then, is there anybody in the chat who has questions maybe for Nemiro, maybe want to ask about his job, about his life a little bit? Don't get too personal, obviously, but if you have any questions for Nemiro, then do throw them in the chat. Also, a big hello to everyone in the chat. I think a lot of people have been trying to get me to notice the chat. Hi, everyone. How are we doing, chat?
Hey everyone.
We have lots of people in there. We have Goose. We have Quartz49. We have Krulex. We have Nightblade. We have Not Nadas. We got Mikey. We got Busman, Tower. We got lots of people. How are we all doing? Good to see you. Hello.
Hello everyone. Good to see you and a chat with us. Okay, I'm a bit lost here again as usual when I'm trying to drive.
So we got a good question from Jolly Austin asking, Nemiro, is English? Actually, I just lost that question. Nemiro, is English the only other language you speak besides your native language?
Yeah, I would say yes, it is. I've been trying to learn a German language and also for 2 years on my college French, but I cannot speak French at all. And German, when I hear, for example, like a song in a German or like watching a TV station that is in a German language, I can understand a few words from here and there, but I would not survive speaking only German there.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it's quite one of the easier languages to learn, but it's still lots of pronunciation, right? Very hard on the pronunciation. Interesting. Quartz is asking, where did you get your shirt from? Because she wants one.
This one, I've got it as a gift on latest Gamescom. Some of the booth was throwing it to the crowd, and I caught one.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Nice one. Good hands, man.
Yeah.
Hands. And for languages as well. Did you know I speak 4 languages, man?
You? You speak 4 languages?
Speak 4 languages. Do you want to know what languages I speak?
Yeah, is it gonna be English, American,
American,
Australian? Yeah.
Australian, and also sarcasm as well. That's my favorite.
Okay, yeah. And all of them are fluently, right?
Exactly. All fluent, man. All fluent.
Good.
Make sure to put those on my CV. It looks impressive when you have more languages.
Yeah. Okay. But is there a big difference between like, for example, UK English and Australian English? Because I know some of the differences between American and UK English, but don't know if the Australian one is way different or it's just a similar.
It is similar because like obviously England has had a bit of an influence on Australia. I'm not going to go into that history, but yeah. They have a lot more slang than us, obviously.
Okay.
So they do have a lot of slang words, and they do have quite a few words that have kind of derived from UK English, but then they've kind of made their own as well.
Okay.
But yeah, they kind of like shorten everything with slang and everything like that, and they use quite a few like I don't know what they call them actually. I don't know what they call them, but they use like these little like words, these sayings, almost like, for example, like fair shake of the sauce bottle, which is like that's true, or fair, that's fair.
Okay.
It's like they got lots of weird sayings and stuff like that. They have a lot of it. If you have any Australians in the chat, I know we have actually someone from Australia, Nat Vanda. Maybe we should try get him on the stream one time. Actually,
You mean
that would
Gavin?
be cool. No, Nat Vanda. Do you know
Ah,
Nat
Natvanda.
Vanda?
Ah, okay, you're
He's in the
right. You're
Times.
right. You're right.
But we also
you're
do
right.
have Gavin, and Gavin would be cool to interview as well, because he's been from New Zealand. He also has quite lots of slang words and stuff like that. So it's very cool. Let's see, what other questions have we got for Nemiro here? If anyone has posted any from the community, let me just scroll up here.
We still have 40 miles to the delivery to the parking challenge. Like, oh man,
That's alright.
I'm gonna smash that challenge. It's gonna be first try basically.
Someone asked, does Nemiro like trains? I'm asking for a friend. Do you like trains?
You mean in what context? Like to be in the real world, traveling by them, or
I'm
trains
not sure.
as a machines, or trains
That
as
was
a sim?
always asked. I'm not sure. That was always asked.
Okay. So I like trains. I really like the machines. I really like to travel in train, but here in Czech Republic, it's kind of a gamble to be traveling by train because Czech train companies are infamous by that they most probably will not get you there in time all the time.
A lot of trains are like that.
Yeah.
Especially today as well, yeah.
So it's always like a 50-50 chance.
Gio here as well asking, Nemo, are you married? Ooh,
No. Is there gonna be a proposal?
that's what I'm asking. That's what I was like. Someone gonna pass the ring out in a second that we don't know about?
No,
Someone gonna walk
no.
into the studio?
No, I'm not.
Not married yet. Is the answer to that one, chat. Someone asking as well, do you like pancakes?
Well, who doesn't?
I mean, is that even a question? Right?
That's like if I would say no, I could end up in jail. At least I think that this is how it works, right? You cannot say no to this question.
That's true. That is true. Fair enough. So, as you haven't got too long to go to your job before we start the parking challenge, is there any kind of message that you want to give to the community? You're saying, obviously, you're very passionate about the community. You've worked a lot with the community. So, is there anything now that we've asked you questions? Is there anything you want to kind of ask or say to the community?
Okay. I would like to ask if you are married. Nah, I'm just kidding.
To the whole community?
Yeah, to the whole community. Nah,
Everybody, are you married?
I'm just kidding. Like, I think that I would like to say like I would really love to have our community the same way as it is, as it has been, and stay awesome, guys. Stay with us because we have a lot of great things in our sleeves and in our studios being worked for you. And yeah, that is just remain as awesome community as you are, guys. All of you. That's my message.
Feels good, man. That's a good,
Yeah.
good message. I like it. Very good
Okay.
message. Well, awesome. Well, we haven't got too far to go to your delivery ends.
Yeah, but there is
So-
a
detour?
detour
Ah.
in the night. So
Well, that's okay, because I was going to take some time now to remind people of our current event and contest that we've got going on. We
Okay.
didn't tell you about it in the start, but yesterday, if you didn't see on our blog post, we actually posted a blog introducing a brand new contest for Idaho called #CaptureIdaho Contest. And we've been seeing a lot of your pictures and videos from Idaho, so we were inspired to make a community contest where you can submit your pictures from the state of Idaho and even win some prizes for them, which is really, really cool. And what you need to do, basically, in very simple terms, you must take a screenshot in Idaho, in American Truck Simulator, and post them to any of our social media platforms. That includes Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to tag us at SES Software and use the hashtag CaptureIdaho. And yeah, basically get creative with it. We really encourage you to kind of take your time. Obviously, if you just want to snap away and post your pictures, go ahead. But you can also, use the photo studio, take advantage of the tools that are there. And you can also use third-party modifications, editing, and post-processing as well. So we want you to get creative, make some really cool pictures, really nice looking. You can use your mods and such as well. And you have until the 3rd of September to enter that. And lots of you are already getting involved in that, which is really, really cool to see using the hashtag CaptureIdaho. And the prizes you win are very, very cool. Nemiro, you've actually got a shirt there, haven't you?
Yeah.
Which is
I can
actually one of the
show
prizes.
Wait a
In
second.
fact, every person that enters the competition can actually win this T-shirt, which is a Idaho cover art T-shirt with the Lone Star truck on it. Beautiful. So we've got 8 or 9 of those to give away, I think, in total. So
8,
basically,
yeah,
we'll
8,
have
8.
first place will win that T-shirt plus 100 euros to spend on our SES eShop at eshop.sessoft.com. Is that correct? I think that's correct. And you can also choose to your liking any Steam key to have of any of our content that's currently available for Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator. So you can ask for a DLC that you don't have, or a paint job pack, or even a map as well. So you can definitely ask for any of those. Second place will get you again that wonderful T-shirt, plus again another 100 euro voucher for our eShop, where you can get mugs, T-shirts, hoodies, all sorts. And third place will get you T-shirt plus a Steam key for any of our released items in our catalog on Steam. Plus, we will choose 5 more winners who will also receive this special Idaho themed T-shirt as well. So definitely get snapping, get out there into Idaho and share your pictures with us, because you got nothing to lose really. I mean, you snap a picture, send it to us, and you could be winning some really, really cool items. I'm sure, Nemiro, you've already seen quite a lot of them coming in through the social media as well, right?
Yeah, all of them. I mean, not all of them, a lot of them. But some of them are really creative and really amazing. I'm sure that the guys that's gonna pick the winners will have a really hard task to do it.
Absolutely, yeah. So definitely get involved in that. Plus, we also have our ongoing Cruising Idaho event as well. Almost lost my words there. For World of Trucks, where you can use a World of Trucks external contract to check out all of the cities in Idaho, and you can be rewarded with that as well. You can gain paint jobs and a hanging accessory as well, just by exploring all 11 cities in Idaho. And you have 10 more days to participate in that. It's already been going on for quite a while, and the community, like you said earlier, absolutely smashed that goal.
Yeah.
When we first started it, but we gave you plenty of time to kind of take your time with it. We didn't want to rush you into anything, but that event is also still ongoing. You can find the details for that at worldoftrucks.com. And Nemiro, have you had the chance to check out all 11 cities?
Not all of them, but I would say like seven of them already. So I think I will make it. I will make it before the event is gone.
Well, it happens. Busy times for us at the studios as well. But
Yeah.
you know what? For what we've seen from Idaho already, it's been pretty incredible, and I've enjoyed checking it out myself as well. So it looks like you're arriving at the your final destination.
Looks like, yeah.
Nice. Is it a login industry?
Yeah, it's a lumber mill, I would say.
Awesome. Right. So now we're here. We're gonna have to do a parking challenge. This is gonna be a new official thing with these SES interview streams, and we're gonna get Nemiro to choose the hardest parking option in the game, and we're gonna time him on the official SES phone here.
Official SES phone. Okay.
To time him on how fast he can do it in, and obviously on this first round, is expected Nemiro is going to take the first position because he is the first person to do it. But in the future, it'll be really cool to see comparing the other SES staff members of where they come.
I mean, I'm really interested to see you reversing.
Me?
Yeah, because you've been hiding in the UK for Way too long, man.
Oh, someone's asking, should we do first-person view only? We're gonna make that a rule.
Ooh, up to you, man. You're the host of this session, so decide.
Has to be decided now, right?
I mean, for some of
I'd
my
say-
colleagues, it might get really hard to do it.
I'm gonna say, right? Yeah, it might. Okay, let's be fair. We'll allow. Okay, I was gonna say, how about if we do first-person mode? You have to do first-person mode, but if you decide to use third-person mode, then you get a 2-second time penalty.
Okay, fair
Does
enough.
that sound fair?
Fair enough.
Do you think that's okay? What does the chat think? Do you think that's fair, or should we just let them use whatever camera angle they want? Because I don't want to be too harsh on it. You know, it's just a bit of fun. What do you think, folks? Okay, one person said okay. More than 2 seconds. No, I don't want to be too harsh.
More than 2 seconds, like 2 hours maybe.
2 hours.
I would like a vote for like having available all the cameras. Not for me, obviously, but yeah. Nah, but you know, when I'm imagining like bringing some of our colleagues that actually can get really struggling here by parking, but I mean,
Okay,
it's up to the community. Let the community decide.
It's our first time trying this, so let's just go with you can use whatever camera angle you like, just to make it fair and easy on everyone, because not everybody drives as much as you do within the game.
Okay.
So let's just go with you using whatever camera angle you like. So okay. Are you ready to start going?
I already started.
You already started. Okay. Now we're going now.
Okay. Oh, you know, turn it off, reset it, and count it down for me.
Okay, we're gonna count down on the official SES phone here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your time has started. Good luck, Nemiro. He's on the most difficult parking challenge in American Truck Simulator at a lumberyard in Idaho, and we're already 10 seconds in. No pressure.
No pressure, yeah, but keep reminding.
Yeah, I'll keep going. So we'll see how you do. I mean, no matter what you do, man, you're already going to be first, so you can be proud of that. You're going to be first for a while until we do our next one. We'll see if they can beat you. Definitely don't judge it, people.
I think that I will be here for one more hour.
Okay, well, to keep you while you're going, we've still got those 2 other keys to give away. So, folks, while he is parking, type the word parking to be entered into a competition to win yourself a copy of Idaho DLC. We've got 2 copies to give away. Steam keys, parking is the keyword. So while Nemiro is parking, we're going to give away 2 Idaho DLCs. Parking is the keyword at our Twitch chat, twitch.tv/SES software, while Nemiro parks. And it looks like he's having a bit of a difficult time here. But yeah, parking is your keyword. And the competition will end when Nemiro gets into the spot. No pressure.
So you have a lot of time.
I hope you have a lot of time, folks. So if you'd like to win a copy of the Idaho DLC, we have 2 copies to give away. Parking is the keyword to put into the chat. The competition will end when Nemiro is in there. But it looks like he's doing a pretty solid job right now. He's got a good angle reversing there in the low start. And it's quite hard because it is in the dark. I'll give him that. It is not an easy task in the dark to do. But he's taking it nice and easy, you know? It's like the turtle in the hare race. The turtle, slow and steady, wins the race here. Look at this.
I would suggest my colleagues to just mute you down while they were doing this. You know?
Speed of 1 mile per hour, blazing a trail.
Okay.
How do you think he's doing, folks? Let us know in the chat. He's taking it nice and easy here.
No, who put the fence there? Oh man, I'm so screwed.
All right, it's okay. You can adjust. It's all right. No pressure, man. It's all good. Where is he going? He's parking the truck. You can see where he's going. He's right there. He's right there.
Okay, let's try it like this.
You got this, man. You got this. Chat is relying on you. We need some like music, some nice tension music, like some
Jaws theme.
timer. Mission Impossible. Oh, is he gonna do it here? Or come on. Hey, it looks good. Hey, stop. There we go. He's got the green. I stopped it as soon as he got the green, and we're also gonna stop the competition. Parking was the key word.
I arrived late.
We're gonna roll our winners first before we give you the time. Our first winner
Come on, man. Okay.
is Marcy161. Congratulations, you've won yourself an Idaho Steam Key. I will be messaging you very shortly. And our second winner is Le Mans Grand Prix.
Le Mans Grand Prix. Okay.
Man, Formula One fan in the chat. There we go. GG, congratulations. You've both won yourself.
It might be probably Oscar.
Of Idaho. I don't know. If it is Oscar, I just want to say Mercedes #1 and Hamilton and Bottas #1, 2. Okay, so that's all good. GG to those. And well, let's get your time going, right? I'm gonna have to note this down.
Okay.
You are the first person to do our
Yes.
parking challenge, right? So you're setting the benchmark here for everybody at it, right? So anybody that comes after you will need to beat this time if they're gonna overtake you in first place. Okay.
Okay.
Any guesses? Any guesses on what the time is?
I would say 3.5 minutes. No, that's gonna be way more. It's gonna be like 7 minutes.
7 minutes? Oh my goodness! I don't know if it's 7 minutes. People are saying 3 minutes in the chat. Okay, so your time, Nemiro.
Yeah.
Your time.
Yeah.
Is.
Come on, man.
4 minutes and 6 seconds.
4 minutes and 6 seconds. Okay.
4 minutes and 6 seconds
Okay.
is the time that people are going to have to beat for your parking challenge. Congratulations, you are first place at the moment.
Oh yeah.
Not for long. No,
I don't know if I should say like that's not bad because I don't know if it's bad or not.
we can't tell.
Yeah,
We'll see how
we'll see.
It could be that you're the best parker in all of SES and you just don't know about it.
Yeah, I think like basically anyone of the community would smash that time with no problems.
Maybe it's possible, but who knows? But we'll see. Obviously, in future interviews with other SES members to see if people can beat that. Because yeah, I mean, you're setting the time, so
yeah,
who knows?
I'm looking forward to seeing yours.
I mean, I'll make sure to get some practice in.
Come on, man.
I'll make sure to get some practice in.
Okay.
Wonderful. Well, that is unfortunately all we have time for, though. It's been a really fun stream, man, honestly.
Yeah,
It's
it
been
was.
a lot
It was.
getting to know you a bit better, the community getting to know you a bit better as well.
My pleasure. My pleasure, man.
Yeah, it's been really, really fun. And hopefully you, the chatters as well, enjoyed this as well. This kind of type of stream where we interview a member of SES, ask some questions, get to know them, and do a bit of a parking challenge as well. Let us know if you'd like to see anything more from it, but we plan to do more of these in the future.
Let us know who you
as
would
well.
like to see behind the wheel.
Yeah.
And getting interviewed.
Like to see.
There's many people who you haven't seen before. You know,
True.
Maybe our like a video maker and technical guy behind the streams should get behind the wheel as well.
Maybe.
Maybe Pavel, CEO himself. Let us know. Let us know.
Let us know, folks. Absolutely. And yeah, well, is there anything else that you'd like to say to the community before we disappear off of the stream?
Just stay awesome and have a good time.
Wonderful. Well, folks, unfortunately, that is all we have time for. And we hope we will see you again very, very soon. So from all of us here at the SA Studio, also, oh, one more thing, a big thank you to our technical guy. He always is behind the scenes, Philip as well. Massive thank you to him for running the stream as well. But yeah, it's been a pleasure. We hope we can catch you again soon. Keep an eye on our socials. Take part in the Capture Idaho event. Take part in the Cruising Idaho event. And we'll see you all again very, very soon for another stream. So from all of us, have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see you all again soon. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye.
See you.
And we are still live.
We're still live?
Nah, I think not now.